Hello. Ah, hello everyone. Today I'm going to be making a tutorial on how to make a popular game series that's happening right now in Roblox. It's the jump to get power, or you get jump power every second. Now my method may be a bit different because I am not um, I'm not a great scripter, but I've had some trouble figuring this out myself, so I'm thinking access. So I'm thinking, why not help you guys as well? So what you want to do is you want to get a script inside server script service, of course. And you also want to make two GUIs. In starter GUI, we'll mess with those later. Um, workspace, you just want to add a part. So let's put a part in there. We can keep that for later. And this is pretty much the groundwork of all of it. So we're going to go inside of our script here in server script service. Now I'm going to try making this as simple as possible. So what we want to do, we obviously want to have a data store. So let's start here. I'm just shortening this. That says data store service. Let's go to game, get service, data store service. Now this is your data store. Whoops. My data store. Let's go to game. Oh, sorry. It's going to be data store service, get data store. And you can name it whatever you want. I'm going to name it my data store. All right. I'm doing this in a different way than I normally do. So we will see how that turns out, but I think it should be fine. All right. So let's start with every leader stat. Game.players.player added, connect function, and the parameter is going to be player. That's what we're going to be getting. So I'm not 100%. Again, I said I'm not a great scripter. So I'm not 100% on how to make players jump power a variable in the leader stats. So I do it a bit differently. So if you just do local jump p, it's going to be basically jump power, or I guess we can do jump height. Jump height's easier. So we could just set that there for now. We will give that we'll set that to something else later. So, all right, what we want to do now is obviously create the leader stat. Obviously, I'm just shortening all of these because I think it's just simpler. Instance.new, gonna be making a folder. Now you can put player here if you just want to make it simpler. For the sake of this tutorial, I'm just gonna do it this way. Leaderstat.name is equal to leaderstats. Leaderstat.parent is equal to player that we got right here. Right, local. Now we want to do wins because this is also going to be a variable in this game because you get jump power every second and you get more jump power, and you're able to jump up to super high all the way up on top of like a little platform, and you step on a button and it gives you wins, and those wins stack up and they give you more jump power per second. We'll be doing that later, but for now, I was just explaining it. For now, let's just do wins. Dot name is equal to wins. Wins dot parent is equal to, set it to leader stats. and wins.value is equal to 0. Perfect. Now we also want to be setting, so we're going to be setting a data store. So we are going to, let's set data. You don't have to put anything there. This is just going to be the data. We'll set that to something else later, well, shortly. What we want to do for data stores is set a p call. So you can do success error, or you could just do, what I do is S and E. It's simpler. So we're going to make that into a p call function. Whoops. This is basically this is going to be calling the data. So we're going to, I'll explain it. So we're going to be setting data. We didn't set it to anything here. Now we're going to be setting it to my data store, and we're going to be getting, since this is the player's going to be joining the game, we're going to be getting their data from the player.user ID. Perfect. All right. So basically what this is, here, actually, let me do this part first. So we're going to do if s, which is success, then we will do the wins.value is equal to data. Since that's the only data we're going to be getting, because, like I said, I'm not 100% sure on how to make the player's jump power um, a value. I just do it this way. I just change directly the player's jump power. And if success, then the wins.value is going to be set to data. The player's win is going to be set to data. Else, we're going to warn the player with an error message. So the E is an error message. It's going to warn the player. It's going to be like, hey, not working, so on and so forth. All right. So that's pretty much it for right there. Now we're going to go down a few. Oops. Now we're going to do character added because, well, we actually want to get the player's jump power and all that stuff. So we're going to do player, character added, connect function. And you could put character. I'm just going to put char because it's just simpler. It's a good thing to do. So now we're going to get the humanoid. Local humanoid is equal to character or char. Wait for child. It's best to do wait for child so it loads. Humanoid. All right, now we're going to be taking, where is it? The jump H, which is jump height. Now we're going to be taking that. If jump H, then I'm going to be setting the humanoid's jump height. We're going to set it to jump H. So this is why we didn't set it to anything earlier, because well, we technically couldn't. We had to get the humanoid first. But it's fine. You can put a variable right there. So that's good with that. Now, oh, that's right. We'll leave that for now. I wanted to do a function. We're going to have to be doing a function. I wanted to do this at the beginning, but it might be a bit too confusing if we do it at the beginning. So I was just thinking about putting it down here. You can put functions anywhere. Actually, you know what? Let's just put it back at the top since we know what's going on. All right, local function. Move my mouse. Let's just do add jump. That's going to be the function name. We will have to put some arguments. We could just, yeah, we can put them in there right now. So what we're going to be getting is the humanoid. I'm sorry, let me move. Humanoid. We're going to be getting the wins and the player. All right. So spawn function. What this basically does is, I forgot. It helps with while loops. It's basically kind of it's like a spawn, you know, they get spawned in, and it also just helps with the while loops. Keeps other things going if there's a while loop. It's a bad explanation, but like I said, I don't have a incredibly good explanation. I'm sure you can look it up on the Roblox dev forum or wherever. So it's obviously going to be +1 jump power every second. So we'll do a while wait 1 second. We're going to be doing um, some games have this. So we'll do this. If player dot membership type, my mouse again, is equal to enum dot membership type dot premium, then you can do something like this. Humanoid dot jump height is plus equals to 2. Else humanoid dot jump height is plus equals to 1. So some people have this like premium benefits in their game. If the player has Roblox Premium, then they get +2, or they get 2 jump height every second instead of 1. The else is if they don't have it, +1. Now for wins, we want to make the wins actually stack for the jump height. So we'll do if wins dot value is greater than or equal to 1, then we can do humanoid dot jump height is equal to, now you can just copy and, I'm just going to copy and paste this much quicker. Humanoid dot jump height plus wins dot value. So what this does, if the person has a win, if the person's win value is greater than 1, then it's going to be adding it to their jump height. So let's say they have 1 win. Instead of, let's say they have no premium and they have 1 win. They're going to be getting +2 because the wins stack up with their jump. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, now let's head back down here. Perfect. Yep, everything's good. All right, so this is where the function comes in. You technically don't need a function. It's just much simpler because you just got a whole thing up here and there's just a bunch of stuff kind of going on over here. So it's much simpler. So all you have to do is just add jump, and you want to set the arguments. If you don't set the arguments, it's not gonna work because it won't know what those are. It's gonna be like, what the heck are these? I don't know what the heck those are. So it's good to put those arguments. Boom. All right. Let's see. Ah, this is another thing. Humanoid dot died. So normally, if you did this, the person's jump height would just reset complete. Let's say somebody has 500 jump and they fell off the map accidentally. It would set them back to 0. But what humanoid.died does, it basically makes it to where as soon as they die, it gets the number. It gets their jump value, and then it sets it back to jump H. So basically, it's like, so they can actually keep it when they die, and they don't lose all their jump. It's a very good thing to have. So we'll set jump H to humanoid.jump height. Perfect. All right. All right, that's pretty much it for all this. Now we're gonna go down here below it. Now, obviously this is a data store. So we're gonna make it to where if a player leaves the game.players dot player removing connect function, and then get the player. We're gonna be making another p call. Success or error is equal to p call. Whoops. P call. Yep. Function. Perfect. All right. Same thing over here. data is equal to my data store. Now we're going to be, since this is the player removing, it's not player adding. Player adding, we would get that. We would get their stats if they were adding. Because if they never played the game before, then they don't have any stats. But if they haven't played the game before, then they will get their stats. Player removes, it saves the stats. So we're going to do set async. And then we're going to do player.user ID. And then, like I said, I'm not very good. I don't know how to make jump height a variable in Leaderstats and mess around with that. So only variable that we have is player.leaderstats.wins. Make sure to put the dot value. So that's good. Now we're going to do another if statement. If success, then this time we're going to print saved. I'll show you what happens with that in a bit. And obviously Warren error. Whoops, error. Perfect. All right, that's good. Now we're going to do another thing, because sometimes the game just bugs out and something went wrong. So we're going to do bind to close. Basically means if the game crashed or something happened to your Roblox, this will make up for it. So for I, players in pairs, we're going to do game.players. Get all the players. We got bind to closed. Get children too. We're just going to do players kick. We'll just do, whoops, server, just print server close. All right. Okay, I think that's good. Yeah, that's good. All right. Now back to GUI. So obviously we want to have GUIs for your wins and your jump height. So let's just name this. It can be whatever. I'm just going to name this one wins. Name this one jump. You want to put a text label. I'm just going to put a text. You can customize it however you want. But for the tutorial, I'm just going to do some text labels. All right. You want to add some local scripts into these. Whoops. Boom, boom. You can exit that out. All right, wins. Let's set the color to yellow. Why not? Again, you can change this to whatever you want. You don't have to set the text to anything, so you should be good with that. Let's set jump to what color? A blue. A blue would be nice. Text scaled. Yeah, all right, should be good. All right. Let's see. Yeah, let's do wins. So with wins, this is a local script, so we want to get the player because we want to get the player's leader stats. So we're going to get the player first. All right, that should be good. Now what we need to do is while wait, you can do wait one. I'm just going to do wait. Well, let's do wait one. While wait one. Now we want to change the text of the text label to our wins and our jump power. So what we're going to do is script.parent.text. Script.parent is parent of text label. .text is equal to, this is wins, so we'll do wins, let me move my mouse, wins, semicolon, and then got to put a space, and then quotation. Now what you want to do is toString. ToString is basically if you're going to put a value into a string, because the text is a string, you can put numbers into it. But if you want to put like specific numbers, you're going to have to do a toString, or else it won't work. So we're going to do player, player dot, oh, I put the wrong, okay, it's just player. Player dot leader stats. dot wins dot value, and boom. Yeah, should be good. So that's good. It's gonna update. Did I put it 1 second? Yeah, it's gonna update every 1 second and get the player's wins. Now let's go to jump. This one's a bit different. Obviously, we're gonna do local player. Whoops. Get that local player. All right. Now for wins, obviously, like I said, I don't have an actual integer value or a number value for a player's jump power. So what we're gonna have to do is get the player and then get the character and then get the humanoid because the parent of jump power is humanoid. So we're gonna do character, wait for child, humanoid. Perfect. Now we're gonna do the same with the wins. We're gonna do while wait. Let's do one, do script.parent.text is equal to, all right, jump semicolon space and then dot dot to string, and we'll do humanoid dot and we're doing jump height. Whoops. Make sure everything's spelled correctly. You could do jump power, but I think, yeah, I think usually jump power is unticked. I like using jump height as just a more precise number. Just might be easier. So those are good. Those should work. Now let's go to the part. We actually want to give our player wins. I mean, if we don't have wins, then I mean, what are we going to do? So what we're going to do is insert a script. Before that, let's make it a bright green. Put some neon. Whoa, that's bright. Okay. All right. Now we want to get a debounce. Obviously, we don't want the person to get like 10 wins just from stepping on it once. So we'll do script.parent.touched. Basically, if the player touches that part, specific, sorry, put the argument player because we specifically want to get the player for this. So we want to get the player's leader stats, and you can't just do local player for regular scripts. That's not how it works. So the way you do that is getting player, and then we're gonna do game, get service players. Now this is what people don't know. You can do get player from character, and we're gonna do player.parent. So what this basically means, it's gonna go through players and it's going to get the player from character. Well, we don't know what character is, but the closest thing that we got is player from the touched function. So we're going to be setting player to player.parent. And the player here is technically is like left foot or right foot or wherever touches it. The parent of that is going to be the player's character. And it goes to players, you know. So we're going to actually set the character to the player. Now, yeah, we can do humanoid, obviously character, wait for child, humanoid. Whoops, humanoid. Now here's another thing. You want to do humanoid root part because we don't want the person to stay up there. We want them to redo it every time they get a win. So we'll do humanoid root part is equal to character, wait for child, humanoid root part. Perfect. All right. So now we're going to check if humanoid's true. If humanoid is true, then now we'll do if not debounce then. So I was just basically saying if debounce is not true, then, and right here it's false. So it's going to be if dbound is not true, then we will set it to true. And then this is where we set the player's leader stat, the win. So we'll do player.leaderstats.wins.value is equal to, I'll just do this, and then we'll do +1. So we're going to do player's leader stat, player's win value is equal to the win value +1. Perfect. All right. And obviously, when we want to set the person's jump height to 0, they don't get to keep their jumps. That's not how this works. And then this is where humanoid root part comes in. You could do humanoid root part dot cframe. Now you can put them wherever you want to, wherever you choose. You can make them go back all the way over here, or wherever your spawn is. This is my spawn. My spawn's right here, so I'm gonna set it to that spawn location. So we'll do cframe.new, and then we want to get the spawn location. So game.workbase.spawnlocation.position. Now, this is a debound, so you want to put a weight. I'll put 2. You can put whatever you see fit, and then you want to set debounds to false. All right. This looks good. Everything should be finished. Not too hard. Not too bad. All right. So, oh, what the heck? What happened? What the heck? Hello? Well, that was weird. What the heck? Oh, yeah. Huh. Okay. What? Okay, that was weird. Huh. Okay. I don't know what happened. All right. Well, let's just run this anyways. Sorry, not run. Let's press play. All right, perfect. Here we go. There we go. We have our jump, and I have premium, so obviously I'm gonna be getting +2. If you don't have premium, you'll be getting +1. So obviously it's gonna be very easy to get a win. So let's see. Step on it. Took a little bit, but now it works. Now we're getting +3. We had +2 because of premium benefits. Now I'm getting +3 because of this +1 win. It adds to the jump. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Now let's see here. Let's go to output. Oh, I'll see that. Well, why is it getting output? Everything's working. And now I'm getting 4. 2 from the premium benefits plus 2 wins. Now I'm getting 4 every second. And you can just keep going. Obviously, it's not this easy to get jumps. You can put a super high platform and everything. And here's where the data store comes in. Remember we did player removing? Player removed. Saved. And it saved our stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I made it for you guys because I couldn't find one myself. And this is the best I got for you guys. So hope you enjoyed and talk to y'all later.